guys, welcome back to Strong Successful Male. So for today, I'm going to go over a story titled, I'm Staring Down What Could Be the Final Months of My Marriage. And a big shout out to Dylan for sending me this story. And guys, this story is about a guy, he's 30 years old. He's been with his wife for 11 years, not married for 11 years, but they've been together for 11 years, married somewhere in between. And long story short, recently, she has announced that she is coming out as being polyamorous. And as you can probably imagine, he is definitely feeling like his heart is being ripped out and stomped into the ground. And this whole story is about him coming to terms with this, what to do, all the emotions involved. It's a big freaking mess. And I thought it'd be a good one to cover, guys, just to show you, one, what we're dealing with nowadays, how more and more you're having articles popping up in mainstream media about open marriages, open relationships, polyamorous this, polyamorous that, all a bunch of bullshit, and how it's destroying lives, destroying what guys thought were good relationships. And how I say it all the time, that if your girl brings this up, you need to end it, okay? And it's because one of two things is probably going on, very, very likely. Either A, she already has another dude lined up, or multiple dudes, or B, or two, whatever I said there, A or B or two, she's already hooking up with somebody else, or others. And this is the classic example of someone wanting to have their cake and eat it too. They can have the stability and comfort of a relationship or marriage, and not to mention a guy to help pay the bills, and be able to hook up with somebody whenever they want to. And these guys that are not very strong-willed, don't think a whole lot of themselves, a lot of times go along with this because they're fearful of losing her, even though, guess what, they lost her a long time ago. And guys should never allow this. Second she brings it up, it is over. And the only way it works is if both parties went into the relationship with this type of thing. And, you know, this one's a little different than the other ones I usually go over, guys, because, I don't know, maybe it's the holidays or I don't know what it is, but I actually feel for this guy. You know, a lot of times these guys want to smack the shit out of him, and yeah, there are moments here, but this guy, it's a little different, and you guys will be able to tell as I read through this, different feel to this situation. And I want this guy to walk out of here all right and not make the wrong choice. So I'm going to go over this, guys, and you're going to see more what I'm talking about. Starts off, he says, I, a 30-year-old male, and my wife, a 30-year-old female, have been in a wonderful relationship for the past 11 years. Well, brother, it isn't as wonderful as you think, because if it was that wonderful, she wouldn't want to hook up with other dudes. We are college sweethearts and have been through so much together, from living in multiple cities to eloping and dealing with our pissed-off friends and families together, to seeing each other through the death of loved ones, to getting our first and second cats together. We lived our second childhoods together, as we like to call it, and we've had the most loving relationship I could ever ask for. Again, not as loving as you think, brother. Well, early this year, that all came crashing down for me. This year, my wife came out to me as polyamorous and told me that this was something that she was learning about herself. Bullshit. There's no coming out as polyamorous, okay? It's called, wow, I'm in a very good position here with leverage my guy that I can actually probably convince him to stay with me and let me go hook up with other dudes. Basically, permission to cheat. That's what it is. There's no coming out as wanting to hook up with other people. It's bullshit. It's not the same as somebody coming out as coming to terms that they are attracted to someone of the same sex. It's nowhere even close. It says here, I felt taken aback by it and felt all sorts of insecurities. Am I not enough? Is this relationship a joke to you? Why do you need to F other people? Of course, I didn't say any of these things to her, but instead tried to remain calm and discuss the topic with her. Smack! No, you should not have just calmly discussed the conversation. You should have come right out and said all those things you were thinking. Absolutely. Why let her get away with this shit? But you see, he's obviously blindsided by this because he thought he had a really great thing going. He never saw it coming a mile away, but I'm sure there were red flags. But he was probably just blinded by what he thought was a good thing, which a lot of guys do. She told me that it wasn't something she necessarily had the energy to pursue, but it was a side of her that she was interested in exploring eventually. In other words, you want to do it anyway. And probably there's already some other guy that she's checking out, is thinking about, wants to hook up with, or already is. That gave me some relief because at least I felt like I had time to process everything with her and learn more about polyamory. And maybe challenge myself to see if I learned more, then it would be okay. Smack! No, there's no amount of brainwashing yourself that will be okay. You married her to be with her, not so she could be with other dudes or you to be with other chicks. That's not the deal you signed up for. That wasn't in the contract. After she told me, we were talking about polyamory and what that might look like for us every now and then on date nights. I was just always uncomfortable talking about it because in truth, I just want her. No woman that is in love with her guy is going to want to be with some other dude or have him go out with other girls. She is not in love with him at all. Most women settle. And then nowadays, it's like, oh, I can settle, get that ring on my finger, get the house, get the nice guy who will be a good father, and I can go hook up with other dudes. What a great deal this polyamory open relationship thing is, which is why so many girls are going along with this. Meanwhile, he just wants to have a wife and be traditional and raise the kids and all that. I don't want to think about other partners every time I think about her. I want her and only her. Why can't I be enough? Is she truly polyamorous and wants other people in her? Doesn't that imply that I was never enough? Always, I entertained the idea because, well, she had always been bisexual, and there was always part of me that felt guilty for trapping her into a heterosexual relationship. Smack! You didn't trap her. She made the choice as a grown-ass adult to be in a relationship with you and to marry you. She's not a little child. She's an adult, made that decision. And the fact that you just said that she's always been bisexual, that's a problem. No guy should marry a girl that openly admits that she's bisexual, because that's going to be a problem that's going to arise down the road. It can lay dormant for a while, but it's going to come back, especially nowadays when you have mainstream media babbling on about these types of things. They'll think, oh, now I got a pass. Now I can say I'm having that urge for a girl. See, I was her first and only. I don't know about that. And sometimes I wonder if part of her feels like the queerness never got to be expressed because of that. So maybe this could work. And hey, it's not like it's realistic to expect either of us would ever feel attraction for any other kind to anybody else. It's just about whether it's acted upon or not. Yeah, you can be attracted to other people. Okay, that's natural, but you don't act on it because you made a commitment. At least he made the commitment. The months passed by, and we both learned more about polyamory and what that can look like. We like the idea of mono/poly hierarchical relationships, and I stupidly think, yeah, our love is so strong. I'll definitely learn to want this. Smack. No, you don't. You're just trying to brainwash yourself. You're deluding yourself, convincing yourself it'll be okay because you don't want to lose her. But you already did lose her, brother. Don't go along with this shit. I'll be the primary partner and I'll always come first. I believe her when she says that because she's only ever been 100% there for me through thick and thin. But inside, I'm worried because if she finds another, won't she stop being there for me 100%? Yes. If she finds somebody else, man or woman, that she's more of a connection to, she can end up leaving your ass. So you're screwed anyway. And no matter what, you're always going to have that uncertainty in the back of your mind. Is this next person she's hooking up with going to replace me? But even then, regardless of that, the fact that she's hooking up with somebody else, man or woman, that's not what you signed up for. She doesn't love you, okay? And I don't care what he may think or what she may say. Her actions say everything. Guys, people, what they say versus what they do, always pay attention to what people do. And not just women, men too. It's human nature. People's actions say everything. But inside I'm worried because if she finds another, blah, blah, blah. I tell her my fears and she comforts me, telling me that I am the love of her life and she's not going anywhere. But then again, if she wants to see other people, isn't she going somewhere? I love her so much and want to believe her, but I find myself dying inside whenever consensual non-monogamy or polyamory is brought up. Then if you're dying inside, this is not the relationship to be in. It is time to speak to an attorney and find out your options, good, bad, or ugly. You're 30. You got your whole life ahead of you. 30 is, you're a baby. I'm 45. We're almost 45. A few weeks to go. You got your whole life ahead of you. It didn't work out, but then again, he's been with her for 11 years, so she's a major part of his life. It's not so easy just to walk away, but in this situation, you can't go on. There's no future here. I start reading all the propaganda, that's a good word to describe it, out there by people in polyamorous relationships. Oh, it's so ethical. Monogamists don't even know how to communicate. Most one-on-one marriages fail because we're not evolved for that. We have so much love to give. I start telling myself all those sweet nothings and denying myself the right to want monogamy. And the thing is, I believe my wife when she tells me that she would prioritize me. The effing problem is I don't want that. I don't want someone to just come by and take her away from me ever. I don't want some fucker to call themselves her partner because I want to be the only one. I've given her all of myself and she's always given all herself to me. And I'm here making myself feel selfish for not wanting to share. F me. Bro, it's done. It's over. Okay? It sucks. It's terrible. But she's a selfish a-hole. Walk away. But clearly she knows that she has the power in this relationship. And that's why she's making these, bringing this up and eventually making demands. And even if you say no and even if you lay on the law and say no to her, still, how do you know she's not going to be cheating on you behind your back? As these gals do. Well, this all came to a head one day when she finally came to me with what I didn't want to hear. She developed feelings for someone else. There you go. What I tell you, there's always somebody else. Either she's hooking up with somebody else or she has her eye on somebody else. And wanted to tell me about it for transparency. She's always been honest and transparent with me, but man, did this one hit me like a effing truck. I don't buy that for a second that she has been always honest and transparent. No. She assured me that she hasn't acted on it, that person doesn't know, and she doesn't have to take it any further, that I am comfortable. But I still get a panic attack and start having visions of her leaving me. We talk a lot, and she spends a lot of time comforting me, and we agreed to see a poly-friendly therapist who can guide us through what we're going through. A poly-friendly therapist? Another fucking wacko out there that's promoting this shit. Yeah, she's so loving for him. Listen to him. He's like, she's comforting me and all that stuff. Yeah, and she can see you're being torn apart. If she truly loved you and saw this was having an effect on you, she would never, ever do this. So we go to see the therapist, and she points out that we have a wonderful relationship, but our communication had broken down. My wife had agreed that we wouldn't do anything with polyamory this year, and while she hasn't acted on anything, telling me was basically asking me to move things forward. I eventually break down and confess that I don't want any of this, and I hadn't been allowing myself to be okay with wanting the beautiful relationship we already have. It's a tough conversation that the therapist guides us through, and eventually we decide to put the formal pause to polyamory talks. See, he finally came true to himself and said, I don't want this. End of story. And again, he can say, I don't want this. You want to stay with me. You can either have polyamory, you can either have other relationships and go hook up with other people, but you can't have me. You're not going to have both. You can make that choice. You can be married to me, or you can have the fool around with other people. You're not going to have both. And even if she said, okay, fine, I won't do that, you still can't trust her. It's over. My life has been suffering because of a lot of the losses simultaneously. My best friend decided to stop being friends with me because she was jealous of my wife. My workplace laid off my best friends and left only me behind, and my grandmother died. I haven't been sleeping well, and I've been gaining weight. I just need my life to be stable for a little bit. We all eventually agree that it's the best that we take a few months to work in communication and help me move on from a lot of the stress I've been experiencing. She promises that we can go as slow as we need to, and I can have more time if I want. Yeah, who's to say she's not hooking up with somebody else behind the scenes here? But this guy just doesn't want to believe it. She won't act on any feelings and promises to treat the topic as delicately and sparsely as she can. But she also admits that being poly is something she needs, and she has so much love to give. What a load of shit. Well, you know what? If that's something you need and you have all this love to give, you can go give it to somebody else, but not with me. We're done. End of story. And don't you fucking make things difficult in the divorce process, you fucking bitch. I've been great to you, everything for you, and this is what you're going to do to me? No. Not happening. And I bet you he could say that and all of a sudden, Niagara Falls. I'm sorry, I don't want that. We'll be monogamous for a few more months while I get my shit together, I guess. How about you be monogamous while you talk to an attorney and get your shit out of the house? Or better yet, she gets her shit out of the house. The thing is, she's been so wonderful to me and we have such a beautiful life together. Smack! Clearly not. I don't want anyone else but her, and I want her all to myself. I can have her for a few more months, and I'm afraid that when those months pass, it's time to revisit the conversation, that I'll be changed and learn to be okay with this. I'll be okay and watch the world as we slowly fade away. Watch her walk away from me as I stop being the only one in her life. The thing is, I already stopped being that to her the moment she figured she was poly. Exactly. Bro, you're way more into her than she's into you. And that is never a place any man should be, because it only ends in disaster. My relationship with her, as I know, has already eroded, and I'm staring down our final moments as a monogamous couple. I'm trying to hold myself together and be a better husband and partner anyway. See, that's the wrong way to look at it. No amount of you trying to be the best husband ever. This is nice guy shit. She's not happy, therefore I'm going to keep doing, she's treating me like shit right here. So I'm going to keep doing all these things to prove how great I am, prove myself to her, and all that's going to do is communicate that you're not worth her. What he should be doing is pretty much saying, look, we're done. You want to go about this? We're done. End of story. I'm worth something. I'm a catch, and I'm not going to deal with this. End of story. And I guarantee if she took him seriously, she would have been done. Either they would break up, or she'd be like, no, I want to be with you. That's what would probably happen. But clearly, she's checked out a long time ago. But trying to appease, trying to be the bestest husband ever, it's not going to work. It's only going to blow up in his face. It's only going to make her lose more respect for him. Because remember, women don't love men they don't respect. Does it sound like she respects him very much? No. She wants to go get some sausage and some clam. If I'm going to be let down at the end, I might as well have the best effing last months with her as I know it. This could all work out or it couldn't. Either way, my marriage as I knew it is essentially over. There's something else there now in its place. I never wanted any of this, but it's what I get. Part of me prays that if I ever entertain this poly shit a few months from now, that she starts dating and realizes that dating effing sucks, and never mind, I'm not poly, just silly. No, that's not going to happen. But that's just a fantasy. I got a few months left with her, then us as we know it is done. Will be something else. Maybe it can be better, but I get this nagging feeling that I will have to learn to let her go already. She has so much love to give, and one day I won't be the only one, and maybe it'll be over. I'm broken, but I know this isn't necessarily the end. Well, bro, it's not the end. People go through unbelievable hardships in life, and it's not the end. But you have a choice how you handle it. What you should do is talk to a lawyer, find out all your options, and end it. Okay? But you have to understand, you're more in the relationship than she is. She checked out a long time ago. Do not buy this crap. She just wants permission to hook up with other people. She'll be happy married to you and have all the guarantees of your job and your income and that ring on your finger, the ring on her finger, and the house and all that. No. She's a selfish a-hole, and this era we're in right now is just the stratosphere of selfishness and narcissism, and it's just promoted more and more thanks to the media bringing up things like this, And now these polyamorous therapists. Good Lord, what's next? Talk to a lawyer, find out your options, and end it. Okay? Hopefully, you don't be hammered too much in the divorce process, because if you stay with her, you think you're miserable now. You're going to be more miserable down the road. And this isn't just for him. This is for any other guy that might experience this. Okay? You're going to be miserable, always wondering who's next. Is this guy going to take her away from me? Oh, and yes, this guy's boning my girl. Or she's out with another woman and they're rolling in the hay together. Or she can move off to be with her. And at the end of the day, it's not going to go well for you. And by you allowing this, and she knows you don't want this. She knows that this is hurting you. And if you allow this, you're not acting like a man. You're acting like a weak bitch in her eyes. And women don't respect weakness. Women hate weak guys. They punish weak guys. They are attracted to and respect strength. By allowing this, you're not acting strong. And the whole her comforting him thing, what a load of crap. He's hurting, being torn apart, and she doesn't care. She's a total narcissistic a-hole. Now, a few comments before I wrap this up to show I'm not alone in my thinking here. One guy says here, man, I hate to say this, but you should move on sooner than later. If you stay, you will hurt more and more, and eventually you will completely hate the image of her. Her name will be like the taste of lemon to you. Her memories will become a source of PTSD. Say whatever memories you have of her. You're 30 years old, you still got your looks, your energy, and life ahead of you. Don't use what time you have now to be in a relationship that you will hate. Also, yes, it is easy for me to just type this out. You have to do the executing, but I can tell you, you won't enjoy the relationship. Personally, I like being with someone where 70% of the time, I'm happy and content with them. If it goes below that, or even 50-50, it can't. Your relationships seem to go down to the 50-50 mate. Yeah, I agree with that. And again, he's more into the relationship than she is. And you can tell probably their entire relationship, he was more into it than she was. And she had the leverage. Now the guy says, polyamory will only work if both parties are 110% invested. If and when you go eventually give in, you're going to hold a lot of resentment towards your partner. You need to sit down with your partner and tell them that you don't feel comfortable moving forward polyamory and that they value polyamory more than your monogamous relationship, that it's best you both end things. Being forced into a poly marriage will completely wreck your mental health, so rather give them an option of being monogamous and stay married, or continue with the polyamory journey as a divorced single person, as you want nothing to do with that lifestyle. You see, I disagree with part of what they said there. Even if you say, hey, it's either polyamory or me, still, he's not going to be able to trust her. Still, he's going to be thinking about, is she going to be out there cheating on me? All right? And if she, again, sees that he's more into the relationship with her, she just may go do that. And the odds are she will. Or just the fact that knowing that she wanted this shows how little respect she has or little love. So it's just best to cut ties. And last one, the guy says here, sounds to me like he has already told her he is uncomfortable with the idea of polyamory, and yet she still is pushing it. She has agreed to giving him a few more months of herself before she ultimately throws him and their marriage away. She is an adult with the ability to reason. She must know what the consequences will surely be. Reading this broke my heart. I guess that the honesty on her part is worth nothing, but the unwillingness to stop, even for the man who has dedicated his whole life to her, is, in my opinion, despicable. She is despicable. And this guy is obviously a good guy. Watched too many movies, and he's 30, so he's a part of let's just say a generation that has been more surrounded by these type of things, these type of ideas, than older fuckers like me. But still, this is a bad idea. But for her, it's a great situation. So I strongly urge this guy to explore the option of ending it. Talk to a lawyer, find out your options, and break up with her. End of story. And it's going to take him a long time to heal, but he will in time. All guys can get through shit. Stay close to his family, his bros, the people that really care about him, people he can trust. Focus on his career, his purpose, all the things that he enjoys, and he will move on. This is not someone to spend the rest of your life with. It's a disaster. And thank the Lord he doesn't have any kids with her. So guys, I did this one just to show an example of what the turmoil a guy goes through and how the girl doesn't give a shit. So, all right, guys, that's it for today. Be sure to comment down below. Let me think about this. Let this guy know what you think. You never know. You might find this video. I really wish him the best. And be sure to like the video, share with your friends, and subscribe. And I'll catch you next time.